Hi everybody, it's Wendy from Cinnamon Sweet Shop, and today I'm going to be making mini chocolate cinnamon buns. With most of my recipes these days, I am making them a little bit cleaner, healthier, less bad for you, however you want to phrase it. I'm doing this by switching out some ingredients that are processed and replacing them with healthier alternatives. For example, I'm using whole wheat pastry flour in place of all-purpose flour. Keep in mind, it's not the same thing as whole wheat flour. Make sure you're using whole wheat pastry flour. Sea salt, baking soda, baking powder, organic sugar in place of granulated sugar. And you'll notice organic sugar is a little bit of an off-white color compared to the pure white that granulated sugar is. Bittersweet chocolate chips. Now you can use semi-sweet as well. Low-fat buttermilk, and I have some melted vegan buttery sticks. Now I like to use Earth Balance brand. It's made of a healthier fat, and I just melted it in the microwave for a few seconds. And for the filling, I have organic light brown sugar. I do make this myself, and I have a link below on my website on how you can make your own light brown sugar. You could buy it as well. Cinnamon, low-fat cream cheese, more of my vegan buttery sticks. And here I also have organic confectioner sugar. And again, I make this myself as well. And I have, again, on my website, how you can make it very easy to do. I believe you can buy this, but it's very expensive and you may only use it a handful of times. So why buy a whole big thing of confectioner sugar, organic confectioner sugar, when you can just make it yourself real quick and easy at home. In bowl number 1, whisk together the flour, the salt, the baking powder, and the baking soda. Add in the sugar, and then just whisk that in as well. In a separate bowl, whisk together the butter and the buttermilk. And then just mix in the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. And you could just dump it all in at once and just mix it until it's completely incorporated. Now, you see how sticky this dough is? It's even sticking to the sides of the bowl. We're going to knead this on a lightly floured surface just until the dough becomes smooth and not real sticky. To make the filling, I want to take half a cup of the chocolate chips, and I want to finely chop them. So I'm just going to throw them in my Vitamix. You could also buy the mini chocolate chips if you're going to use a semi-sweet. I've never seen the mini ones with a bittersweet. So I'm just going to flip this on. Mix together the ground up chocolate, the butter, light brown sugar, and the cream cheese. Add in the cinnamon as well. So on a floured surface, roll out a 12 by 8 inch rectangle. When you're done rolling out your dough, just plop in the filling. And I'm going to spread the filling out, leaving a 1/4 inch border around the sides. What we're going to do now is just roll up this into a log lengthwise. Just push in to make this a real tight log. And here I have a muffin pan or a cupcake pan, and I'm going to spray it real well with a cooking spray. With our log, we're going to cut each into about 1 inch sections. Now I find it easier just to cut it in half and then cut it in half again. You could eyeball it or you could just measure it with the ruler. Doesn't really matter. Each 1-inch piece went into its own muffin tin, and I'm going to bake this at 425 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the tops are golden brown. While I'm waiting for the buns to cool, I want to melt the rest of the chocolate because we're going to top the buns with this drizzle, a chocolate drizzle. If you watch a lot of my videos, I tend to do this a lot on cookies and cakes because I just love chocolate drizzles. And to do that, just melt the chocolate in the microwave for about 15-20 seconds, mix it, stir it up, put it in for another 10 seconds if it's not completely melted, and do it at 10-second intervals so you don't burn the chocolate. Now, with chocolate chips, they tend to melt thick. So to thin it out a little bit, all I did was just add maybe about a teaspoon of shortening. For the shortening, I used Spectrum brand shortening. It's a non-hydrogenated palm oil, or palm shortening rather, found in health food stores or the health food aisle. And it's a lot better, it's a lot healthier of a choice than Crisco. I transferred my chocolate into a parchment cone, but if you don't have one or you don't know how to use one, you can easily use a Ziploc bag and just snip off the tip and drizzle that way. Or you could just take a spoon and just drizzle it with the spoon, or even a pastry bag, whatever way works best for you. And I'm going to be very generous with my drizzle. I'm going to go back and forth, up and down. Once these have set just a little bit, you can opt to just sprinkle a little bit of the confectioner sugar on it. Recipe for this, look below at the link. You'll see all the ingredients listed. Make sure you check out my website, cinnamonsweetshoppe.com. I also will show you how to make many other things, including how to make that organic brown sugar and organic confectioner sugar. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for much, much more baking, travel, fitness, and a lot of really good stuff coming up. And I will see you next time.